investing $1.6 million into renovating several residence halls on campus and improving wireless internet connections.
These residence halls include Peterbaugh, North and South Bond, Kramer, Ward, and West Campus apartments. We met up with Brian Markhart, Director of Housing and Residence Life, to find out what the project will entail.
We did an evaluation on all 51 buildings that we control, and about half of those residents reside in, and the other half are buildings for other uses.
Out of the 17 halls students reside in, 5 of them will be seeing renovations. New lighting, paint, furnaces, and lobby and front desk upgrades are just some of the things students can look forward to.
Most of the buildings were built in 1954, 55, and later. So some of the buildings are, 70, 75 years old. We decided that, some of the carpeting, if it was, for instance, 10 to 15 years old, we looked at replacing carpeting. We also looked at paint. We looked at furniture. We looked at a lot of different things, the structure of the building, the roof, and we made the decisions based on, what the students would want.
We also met up with Samantha Kowalczyk, a sophomore who has lived in Ferris's residence halls for 2 years.
Hopefully they're being carpeted, because I don't like not having carpeted floors. I find it disgusting because it tracks a lot of dirt in, and I don't like having that on my feet. So I usually wear shoes all the time.
Along with carpeted floors, Kowalczyk would like to see a few minor changes.
The chairs are uncomfortable to sit in after long periods of time, and there's not enough storage for all of your school supplies and whatnot.
It's about 1.6 million, but most of that is carpeting, furniture. There's some TVs that are going to go in the lobbies, and it's not actually construction. I think sometimes people think that 1.6 million means maybe a new building or something like that, but it's roof repairs, carpeting, like I mentioned, hydration stations, new front desks. For instance, the front desks in these residence halls haven't been remodeled since they were built. So we're looking at putting new front desks in with granite countertop. It's just a small piece of granite about the size of my desk, but it really gives you that first initial, feeling and impact when you walk into a residence hall of a quality establishment. When it comes to, residing in the building, having an old brown carpeting from 10, 15 years ago, having new carpeting that has a little pattern in it, makes you feel at home a little bit more.
Upgrading the wireless internet is one of the biggest concerns of the students.
There is wireless on campus right now, and some of the areas like IRC and some of the student classroom areas have great wireless, high-speed wireless. Well, some of our halls had wireless, but it wasn't high speed, and it wasn't at the level that students would like it to be at.
It always goes out, and usually it's when I'm working on something important.
By the start of the school year, 14-15, that we'll have robust, is what we call it, wireless on campus. So we'll have high-speed wireless for everyone on campus at that point. So I think the students will be really happy about that.
There are 14,560 students enrolled at Ferris State University, and about 3,800 of them live on campus.
And what we're doing is we're trying to put some money back into the residence halls and the student living on campus so that it's comfortable, they perceive it as a value, and it's where they live, it's their home.
Many students may fear that the funding for this project comes from tuition, but residence life is self-serving. In other words, students will not see a rise in tuition because of these renovations.
So all the money comes from the money that the students pay to live in to dine on campus. Tuition's not going to go up because we put more new carpeting in a residence hall or put a hydration station in there. What we're doing is we're trying to take some of the money that the students have paid to live and dine on campus and put it back into the building.
Students should start to be seeing changes in their residence halls, but the estimated completion date is August 2014.